Have you ever felt like the harder you try to control something, the more it controls you? No matter how much you plan, prepare, and push, things just don't go your way. You hold on tighter, thinking control is the answer, but instead, you feel more anxious, more exhausted, more powerless. What if I told you, the very act of trying to control is what's causing you to lose it? You try to control your relationships, and they fall apart. You try to control your career, and you burn out. You try to control your emotions, and they overwhelm you. The more you resist, the stronger it fights back. The more you grasp, the more it slips away. This is the paradox of control. And today, we're going to uncover the shocking truth behind it, why it happens, how it affects your life, and most importantly, how to break free from it. If you've ever felt trapped by your own need for control, then stick around, because what you're about to hear might just change everything. The story of Alexander the Great and the empty coffin. Throughout history, Alexander the Great has been regarded as one of the most extraordinary figures in conquest and empire building. Over the course of his life, he expanded his territory from Greece to Egypt, Persia, and the Indus Valley. His leadership struck fear into the world, and his legacy echoed for centuries. However, as death approached, Alexander came to a harsh realization: despite his immense power and wealth, in the end, he could take nothing with. Before passing away, Alexander left behind 3 final wishes. First, he wanted the best doctors to carry his coffin to this wealth be scattered along the path to his burial site, show his hands to hang empty outside the coffin. Alexander's lesson about the impermanence of life has been passed down through generations, and it aligns with a key teaching of Stoic philosophy, Epictetus mindset, and how we choose to live. Wealth, inner values. The story of Alexander's empty coffin is a powerful reminder: fully go eventual. The lesson from Alexander's life is timeless: face reality, release what is not truly yours, and find peace in the values that come from within. Rethinking entitlement, finding peace in letting go. As we grow older, it's natural to reflect on the life we've built and the things we believe we deserve. In American culture, we are often told that if we work hard, follow the rules, and do the right thing, we are entitled to certain rewards: respect, financial security, good health, and the love of family and friends. But life doesn't always work that way. And for many seniors, this realization can be a source of frustration, disappointment, or even resentment. The Stoic philosophers, like Epictetus, taught that the feeling of entitlement, believing we should have something, often leads to suffering. Why? Because we're placing our happiness in things outside of our control. We may believe we deserve better health after a lifetime of taking care of ourselves, yet illness or aging can still take its toll. We may feel we are owed respect from our children or community, yet people don't always behave as we expect. Even financial stability, carefully planned, can be shaken by economic downturns, medical expenses, or unexpected hardships. So, what's the solution? Let go of entitlement and focus on gratitude. Instead of dwelling on what we lack or what we believe should be ours, we can shift our perspective to appreciate what we do have. A comfortable home, the freedom of retirement, the beauty of a sunrise, or the joy of connecting with old friends — these are things we can cherish. The truth is, life doesn't owe us anything, but we can still find joy in what it gives. By releasing expectations and embracing the present, we open the door to peace, contentment, and a deeper appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Letting go of entitlement, a key to peace in your golden years. The problem with entitlement is that it's based on what we believe should happen, not what actually does. If we expect our children to visit every weekend, but they have busy lives, we may feel hurt. If we assume we should always receive excellent healthcare because we've paid into the system, yet face long waits or medical complications, we may feel cheated. When reality doesn't meet expectations, anger and resentment can follow. But here's the good news: letting go of entitlement brings freedom. Instead of expecting others to behave a certain way, we can choose to appreciate what they do offer. Instead of dwelling on physical limitations, we can focus on what our bodies still allow us to enjoy, whether it's a short walk, a warm cup of coffee, or time spent with loved ones. Gratitude, rather than entitlement, leads to true contentment. The hard truth is, life doesn't owe us anything. But when we accept life as it is, rather than how we think it should be, we find greater peace, joy, and fulfillment in our later years. Applying Stoic wisdom, letting go of entitlement for a more peaceful retirement. As we grow older, we may feel that we've earned certain things: good health, financial security, respect from our families, or a peaceful retirement. And while these are reasonable desires, believing that we are entitled to them can often lead to frustration and disappointment when reality doesn't align with our expectations. This is where Stoic philosophy offers a powerful perspective, helping us shift our mindset toward acceptance and inner peace. One of the key lessons from Stoicism, taught by philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, is that we should focus only on what is within our control and release attachment to things that are not. For example, we cannot control how others treat us, how our bodies age, or the ups and downs of the economy. But we can control how we respond, how we care for ourselves, and how we choose to find joy in each day. Instead of dwelling on what we lack, we can practice gratitude for what we do have. Perhaps you can no longer run 5 miles, but you can still enjoy a walk in the fresh air. Maybe your children don't visit as often as you'd like, but you can cherish the time they do spend with you. When we let go of entitlement and accept life as it is, we find more peace, resilience, and happiness. In the end, we are not owed anything, but by embracing each moment with gratitude, we gain everything. The story of Diogenes and the lesson of letting go. In a world driven by ambition, wealth, and material possessions, the story of Diogenes offers a refreshing and timeless perspective, especially for those in their later years. As we age, it becomes increasingly clear that true happiness isn't found in accumulating more but in appreciating less. Diogenes, a Greek philosopher from the 4th century BCE, lived a life of radical simplicity. He rejected material excess and chose to live in a wooden barrel, owning only a cloak, a staff, and a small cup until he realized he didn't even need the cup. His way of life shocked many, including Alexander the Great, the most powerful man of his time. One day, Alexander approached Diogenes and offered to grant him anything he wished. Instead of asking for gold, land, or power, Diogenes simply replied, "Yes, step aside, you're blocking my sunlight." Alexander was stunned by this response. Here was a man who had nothing, yet wanted for nothing. As he walked away, Alexander reportedly said, "If I were not Alexander, I would want to be Diogenes." This story speaks volumes, particularly for older Americans. Many spend their lives accumulating wealth, only to reach retirement and wonder, what truly matters? The answer isn't found in a bigger house, a fancier car, or a stock portfolio. It's in relationships, contentment, and the ability to enjoy life's simple pleasures, whether it's watching the sunrise, sharing a meal with loved ones, or feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. Diogenes reminds us that letting go is freedom. In a society that often equates success with accumulation, perhaps the real wisdom lies in knowing when to say, "That's enough." Letting go to find happiness, a lesson for retirement. As we get older, we may start to realize that the things we once chased, success, wealth, recognition, don't bring lasting happiness. Many people in retirement struggle with feelings of loss, whether it's the loss of a career, physical strength, or a sense of purpose. But what if true happiness isn't about holding on, but rather letting go? Stoic philosophy teaches that much of our suffering comes from attachment to material things, to the way life used to be, or to how we think things should be. The more we believe we are entitled to health, comfort, or constant attention from family, the more we set ourselves up for disappointment. Life is unpredictable, and nothing is permanent. But rather than seeing this as something to fear, we can see it as liberation. By shifting our focus to what we still have, we open the door to a more fulfilling retirement. Maybe you no longer have the energy for a long road trip, but you can still enjoy a quiet morning coffee on the porch. Maybe your children and grandchildren don't visit as often as you'd like, but you can embrace the moments you do have with them, rather than resenting the time apart. Happiness isn't about getting more, it's about appreciating what's already here. When we let go of entitlement and expectations, we free ourselves to enjoy life as it is, rather than wishing for how it used to be. And that, perhaps, is the greatest freedom of all. Finding peace through connection, a lesson from Marcus Aurelius. As we enter our later years, it's easy to feel disconnected. Children grow up and move away, friends may pass, and society often seems more focused on the young. It's natural to feel a sense of entitlement, believing that, after a lifetime of hard work, we deserve more attention, respect, or companionship. But Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, offers a different perspective, one that can bring us greater peace. Marcus Aurelius believed that we are all part of a larger whole, interconnected like the limbs of a single body. When we feel isolated or ignored, we can remind ourselves that we are not alone, we are always part of a greater community, even if it looks different than before. Instead of feeling resentful about what we think we deserve from others, we can focus on how we contribute to the connections we do have. Rather than waiting for family to reach out, we can take the initiative to make a phone call, send a letter, or invite someone for coffee. Instead of feeling left behind by a fast-moving world, we can engage with it in new ways, joining a local group, mentoring younger generations, or simply striking up a conversation with a neighbor. When we shift our focus from what we think we should receive to what we can give, we strengthen our bonds with others. And in doing so, we rediscover a powerful truth: our sense of belonging is not given to us, it's created by us. Embracing reality, the key to a peaceful retirement. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, taught a powerful lesson: we should not wish for life to be different, but instead, accept it as it is. This doesn't mean we give up, it means we stop fighting against things beyond our control and start finding peace in the present moment. Rather than feeling bitter about aging, we can embrace what we still can do, whether it's enjoying a morning walk, reading a great book, or having meaningful conversations with loved ones. Instead of resenting family members for not visiting as often as we'd like, we can cherish the time we do have together. Instead of longing for the past, we can find new joys in the present. Happiness isn't about getting what we think we deserve, it's about appreciating what we already have. When we let go of entitlement and embrace life as it is, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open the door to a retirement filled with peace, gratitude, and contentment. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any new videos. Thank you for your support.